Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Live at 5 here at Old Town Quilt Shop in Orchid, California. I guess today it's 5-ish. Once again, I'm by myself, but don't worry, nothing is wrong. She had something going on at home and couldn't come, but it's all good. But we've got a lot to show you tonight. We've got a busy, busy month of January. Next week starts 3 weeks of crazy, crazy, crazy. And we'll talk to you about all of that stuff, everything that's going on. But let's show you how to find us, how to get a hold of us, and all that good stuff, where we're at. So hang on one second here. Alrighty. So our website, so you can shop online 24/7, see everything that we have here in the shop. If you need to get a hold of us, you can send us an email or give us a phone call. Or if you're lucky enough to be here on the Central Coast, where it's slightly warmer probably than the rest of the country, but we think we're freezing, this is where we're at. So we're in Orchid, California, which is about an hour north of Santa Barbara, half an hour south of San Luis Obispo. We're a cute little town, so definitely come and visit us if you are able to come here to the Central Coast. Like I said, we're slightly warmer than the rest of the country, but we're California pansies and we are freezing. Okay, we are going to get right to it because we have a lot to cover. We got a lot of fabric. We have lots coming up that I want to talk to you about. So, jumping right on in. First, we have Earth Song. So for you Laurel Birch lovers, this is a fun line. This came in and I immediately said, I need to make a bag. So Earth Song by Clothworks. Laurel Birch is the designer. So we've got these gorgeous little elephants, some of them with flowers on their heads and in their tusks. It's so cute. They all have different little designs on them. And of course, in the classic Laurel Birch way, they've got the gold metallic accents on here, but it is not obnoxious. It is just, a slight little accent. So these are all the different colors in the traditional Laurel Birch colors. And it is on a black background with these little swirlies that are, it's kind of like tone on tone. Of course, the camera makes it look different than what it actually is, but it is a black background on this one. And then we have this floral, which is on what they call I think it's called royal blue background. And then these pretty orange flowers and the little green ones. This is just this pop of color. It is much more vibrant in person than it is on the camera. The same with these florals. Let me see if I back up, if it will give me a little bit better. But you've got the hot pink and then the royal blue and the pretty purple, and you've got kind of Kelly and lime green going on in there. And again, these have metallic accents, so kind of around the leaves and in some of the flowers, and this one does as well. So these three, the elephants, the smaller flowers, and then the all-over flowers, they all have the gold metallic accents, and they are all $15 a yard. But then these other two, which are kind of like basics, these ones are called spirals. So you've got the blue and the fuchsia, which again, you're really seeing a lot of the orange in there. It is kind of, multicolor, but not quite so much like that. They are $14.35 a yard because they're more of a basic and they don't have that gold metallic going on in there. But these are called Earth Song by Laurel Birch. And like I said, as soon as they came in, I thought, I need to make a bag out of these. These are great. Elephants are kind of like the hot thing right now, kind of like owls were about 5 years ago. Elephants are really popular. So, and what's nice is that these are tossed. So, you can use them in anything and it doesn't make any difference. You'll just have elephants going every which way. So anyway, that's Earth Song by Clothworks. And then we have Cottontail Farm from Benartex, and these are $15 a yard. So we're jumping right in. Christmas is done, so now we're on to the next thing, which is going to be spring and Easter. So these pretty florals are perfect for, a spring tablecloth or table runner, placemat, something like that. Or they could even go baby. You've got the butterflies. Those would be sweet for a cute little baby quilt. These are on a light blue background. The flowers are on like a butter yellow background. And then you have this really cute blue and green plaid, and it is a diagonal plaid, which is nice because you don't need to line anything up. So that would make great binding. or sashing, something like that. So again, this is Cottontail Farm from Benartex. And like I said, you know, Christmas is over, it's the new year, it's time to move on to the next season and the next holiday. So with that in mind, we have Spring Has Sprung, which spring might spring in a little, in a little while, because we've had a lot of rain and followed by some sunshine. So flowers around here might popping up. So Spring Has Sprung by Clothworks, and this is $14.80 a yard. So again, you've got these beautiful florals. These ones are more like in a watercolor style, and they're on a little bit of an off-white background. These ones, though, are directional. They do have a direction going through them. When you open it up, you can see that it does definitely go, you know, going a certain way. And then we have the really pretty stripe. So you've got the colors of the rainbow, but in pastel form. So you've got kind of a reddish purple, and then just lighter versions of orange, yellow, green, blue, you know, violet. So just really pretty binding. Cut it on the bias and it makes even better binding. So Spring Has Sprung, and we have those to coordinate with this panel, which makes 6 placemats. So this is a 1 yard panel, and it makes 6 placemats. They're all the same. The only difference is that they are either like a mirror image or they're rotated. So you can kind of see on this one, it's all the same flowers. They're just in a different position, you know, on the placemat, but they all have the flowers all around and then the nice open space. And you think, oh my gosh, there's so much open space. What am I going to put there? Well, your plate, obviously, but also you can embroider something really nice on here. You can applique something really nice in here, maybe like eat or enjoy or love or spring or, you know, whatever you want to. Or you could also use this as a beautiful quilting opportunity and show off your fabulous quilting skills. These measure, as they are printed on here, 13 by 18. So really all you have to do is just kind of cut them out and put a backing, which could be the floral, and quilt them and bind them, which could be the stripe. So we've made it pretty easy for you. This would be a great gift if you're in a rush to get something done. Cut them out, quilt them up, bind them, and be done. Or even just pillowcase them. You wouldn't even have to bind them if you didn't want to. You could just turn them, you know, turn them so that you just have a finished edge and then top stitch them. That would be really pretty too. But because this is a 1 yard panel, it is also $14.80 a yard, just the same as the coordinating fabrics are. So this one is Spring Has Sprung by Clothworks. Okay, then we also have these 10-inch squares called Magic Colors by Wilmington. So these have a rainbow of colors with lots of different designs in there, just really pretty basics. So if you're looking for something to, you know, just like a scrappy type thing, maybe you're in the Eclectica class, which is this one. It is sold out, it's waitlisted only, but if you're looking for some 10-inch squares to use for that, this would be fabulous. This is a great collection for that. In fact, that's why we have it, is because someone wanted it and she's going to use it for that. Just lots of bright, pretty colors in there. And they're all basic, so nothing, you know, no big prints or anything. So that is Magic Colors. It's 42 10-inch squares and it retails for $47.99. Okay, classes. Lots and lots of classes coming up. So this is what we have. So Posh Sunflower is on Saturday, January 20th, and there is still room in that one. That takes the mini quick curve ruler. That's by So Kind of Wonderful. And I don't know, I know we showed it to you before it was done, but I want to kind of walk over and show you because we have both of them hanging. We're going to go slow here. We have 2 different versions of this quilt. We have it done in a kind of like the pattern cover with the traditional sunflower and the dark blue background. And then we also have the pink flower with a lighter blue background. And you look at them side by side and just look at the amazing difference between the two. You know, you can make it so unique. You don't have to do a sunflower. It doesn't have to be that way. Just because that's what that is called doesn't mean you have to make it look like that. I love the pink one. You can go totally different. You can do bright colors. You can do more muted colors. You can do the traditional sunflower. it's your quilt, so you can do whatever you want. So anyways, that is Posh Sunflower, and that is again on January 20th. It's $35, uses the mini Quitco ruler. So you'll have to get the pattern and the ruler. All right, we're going to take you back over here and talk about the rest of the classes. Okay, so then we also have newly added Payday. So this is a kind of a wallet and purse by ByAnnie. So we have, it comes in a large and a small, and it gives the dimensions of each of those here on the back of the pattern. It doesn't take a whole lot of fabric. What we really like about this is there's no binding. A lot of the people have a really hard time with the binding on the ByAnnie projects. So this has no binding. It's really great, and it has a really nice crisp finish. So we have the large and the small here in the shop, so you can kind of see the size difference between the two. This one is the small, this is the large. Think of the small as checkbook sized. So when you open it up, and it's magnets, and again, one-handed, it's, you know, not fun. But it's, you know, the pockets are about the size of a checkbook, but it has a nice credit card slot in there, and then it has another slip pocket here, 2 zippered pockets, magnetizes closed, so you heard the click, and then in the back, it has another slip pocket, which happens to be perfect for a phone. And you know, the phone fits really nicely in the small size as well as, of course, the large size. So the difference with the large one is that, they keep closing on me because they're magnetized, is the credit card slot, it's got 2 divisions in there. So you could theoretically fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 credit cards in there. So, but the construction of both is the same. What's nice is that you can have the strap on there to go over the shoulder or adjust it for crossbody, or because they're detachable, you can take the strap off and have it just as a clutch and maybe use that as a wallet to go into a larger tote or something. If you're constantly losing your wallet at the bottom of your purse because your purse is too big and your wallet's too small, then this might be a good option, you know, either size, to fit into your tote and to use it that way. Or use it to fit, you know, if you are a minimalist and you don't carry a whole lot of stuff, then use it to, you know, use it as your purse. It will carry all of your essentials and be good to go. So again, that is Payday. That is a 2-day class in March 16th and 17th, and that's $60 plus the pattern and the supplies. I only have a couple of patterns right now, but I will be getting more, so have no fear. If you sign up for the class, I can give you everything that you know, I can tell you everything that you need. Really, it's just 2 different fabrics and the hardware. It's not a whole lot. So if we don't have the pattern when you sign up, don't worry, we will be getting it in. Okay, the other class that we have upcoming is the Bloomberg runner. So this is what the pattern looks like. And then we have a sample made up. I can't show you the whole thing. Well, I can't hold up the whole thing, but there you can see it. So it actually calls for 4 colors. They did it in 4 white on whites, but we chose to do just 3 fabrics. So we did the floral twice, and then we added pink and blue with it, and then kept the yellow centers, and then with a really cool pin dot background on that. But again, it's your quilt, so you can choose whatever you like for your colors. You can make it, you know, like the daisies, the traditional daisies, or you can go with more of a springtime look, or you can do something entirely different. You can make them look like sunflowers if you want. So again, that's Bloomberg runner. That is on Monday, March 18th from 10 to 4, $35 plus the pattern. And this was part of the 4 different runners in the series that we were doing. They're all by the same designer. We just did one on Monday. It was the Sweet Sentiments with the hearts. And then we're also going to be having Stars and Stripes in June, I believe. And then we'll have a pumpkin one in September or October. So, and they're all of them are by this Branch and Bloom is the designer for all of those. So then I also want to talk about the ByAnnie trunk show that we have coming up. So that's on Monday, January 15th from noon to 2. And we're going to be showing all 8 samples of all the new samples that I got from Annie. Can you get the sale flyer? So the sale flyer from up in the office. Sorry, I forgot a flyer and I'm trying to get someone to get it for me. So these are existing samples, but we have all of the new samples in the front of the shop. So on Monday, January 15th from noon to 2, we'll have all of the samples set up in the classroom for you. We're going to kind of talk about them. We'll have all the patterns available for purchase, and you can, come and check out all the hardware and everything. If you can't make it for, Monday, that's fine. You're not missing out. We'll still have all of those samples here in the shop, and you'll still be able to come and check them out. Okay, the big thing is next week, sale, Skinny Bolt sale. We do this once a year. We didn't get to do one last year. It just didn't work out for us. But so we're going to go ahead and do the Skinny Bolt sale, and it is going to be all week next week. So it's going to be Monday, January 15th until Saturday, January 20th. So the Skinny Bolts will be marked with a special little dot or a sticker on the sides of them, and those bolts are going to be 35% off with the half-yard minimum. So what's a Skinny Bolt? Let's go over to the shelf and see if we can find one. Of course, nothing is marked yet because that's going to be on Monday. So let's see. A Skinny Bolt is one that usually has about 3 to 4 yards left on it. So this would probably be considered a Skinny Bolt. So what we do is we find the Skinny Bolts, we put a little sticker on the end, and then you get to do a little treasure hunt. So you'll get to go around, find the bolts that have a little sticker on it. If you want to buy that fabric, you bring it up to the front, tell us how much you want. Hopefully you want the rest of it, and you get 35% off. So this is fun for if you want to get some background fabrics, or you want to get some backing fabrics maybe for a smaller quilt, something like that. So Skinny Bolt sale, that's always exciting. So again, that's going to be next week, January 15th through the 20th. That is going to be in shop only. We can't do this one online. There's just no way that we can do that. So it's going to be in store only, half yard minimum cuts, and we will go ahead and take off the 35%, from those bolts. Next week is also the 19th anniversary of the shop. That is shocking. So that's going to be on the 18th of January. So that's really cool. There's also going to be local quilt shop day coming up on the 27th. That's also going to be the start of the local quilt shop contest for ByAnnie. Lots of things going on. Speaking of ByAnnie, in addition to the trunk show, if you weren't able to watch it today or you forgot, ByAnnie on her live YouTube, she featured our shop on there. So that was really cool. She had a lot of, of course, great things to say about us. But it's always just special to be on a national show so that other people get to find us and see how great we are. So if you weren't able to watch that, you can go to ByAnnie.com and click on her live shows. It was from today, January 10th. We're at the very end of the show. She does 2 shops at the end of her show, and we were the second one. So go ahead and check that out. All right. So thank you guys for joining me today. Like I said, we have lots going on, so make sure that you read the newsletter when it comes through, get all the information that you need. If you have any questions, give us a call, and we'd love to talk to you. All right, we'll see you in the shop next week. Have a good night.